Welcome to another segment of Take Two with Toy podcast.
I told her if I fart, just hold her face.
Oh my God! Don't.
He said just hold. Yep.
All right, got ready?
He said just hold your breath. Absolutely not.
Y'all can actually have fun. So we'll start with the first question, and whoever wants to answer this, can. How did you two first meet?
Yes.
Please enlighten them.
Oh, how did we meet? There was this salad bar, and this guy that was working at a hospital in the cafeteria that was hoping that some beautiful, kind-hearted, big-hipped woman would bank off said salad bar. And then it happened.
In real life.
And all she heard me say was,
Oh my God.
Is that what you said?
That's literally what he said.
Hilarious.
I have been asking God, maybe that's not the right thing to ask him, but I was asking anyway. I said, God, please let her bank off She let her bank. And months later, she banked off the salad bar.
It happened.
And then she came to my station, which was the rap station. And
Wait. You're missing a part of the story.
what part am I missing?
I banked off the salad bar.
Oh.
And I heard him say, "Oh my God!"
And then she slapped her thigh.
I went like that. I was
just
like,
out of frustration, she said,
I was
and
like, it
said,
is what it is. Like, I can't help my hips. I was like, I can't help
and
it.
I'm
He
glad
goes,
she couldn't help her hips.
he said, "Don't do that. Don't do that.
Just don't. She was like, why? I said, please, just don't.
Just don't do that."
Don't.
Funny story.
Uh huh.
Just don't. And then she came to the rap station where I was.
Yeah.
And my late brother Ron, who just recently passed away last Friday, I love you, man. He saw that look on my face. He said, "Lo, no, Lo, no," because he was at the station next to me at the grill. He saw me reach in my back pocket.
No.
All I had was $1, and I said, "If I'm gonna shoot my shot, I'm gonna shoot my shot." I don't know what possessed me to do that.
He shot that thing.
And we didn't even know each other like that, beyond laughing and joking, just me making the food, asking how was the day. I went from around the salad bar. She had on these jeans, thank you, Jesus. Woo! I folded the $1 up, slipped it in her side pocket, tapped on the hip, and went right back around the salad bar.
I did not know this man.
And went right back around the deli station.
When I tell you, I was flabbergasted.
And Ron looked at me, two hands pushed me in my chest, said, "Negro, what is wrong with you?"
Whoa.
I said, "I don't know, man. I had to. I had to." I looked at Ron, I said, "It's probably my last day working with you." Because I just knew she was going to tell HR. But the funniest part is, she going to tell you it wasn't. It was about 10 times or more. She walked in the cafeteria, looked at me, laughed and smiled, and walked out. She did that about 10 times that day.
I did.
So was that it for you? Like that was the
Oh
my God.
I think the "oh my God" part was like, that man was wow. Like, that was the boldest thing anybody had ever done.
And I've never done anything like that
transparently,
either.
I got hit on by a lot of people, but nobody ever,
Never done it like that.
ever. I was flabbergasted.
Okay.
But
Were there any sparks early on, or was it strictly? Did y'all keep it like a friendship in passing?
it was a friendship in passing. We both went on to be with people that we're no longer with. But over the years, we never interfered with each other's marriages.
Yeah.
It was strictly like Merry Christmas, that's it.
Yeah.
No social media stalking, no DMs being erased, no
None of that.
No sneaky links, none of that. It was just strictly we respected one another's space.
Wow, that's beautiful because what was supposed to be
Mm-hmm.
was able to
Yeah.
come back.
And I
God
have
brought
this,
it back together.
I have this thing, and she's starting to believe me more and more. I've told her I've seen her since the 5th grade.
Wow.
I've seen her since 5th grade. I've been through a lot of different variations of who I thought was her,
Mm-hmm.
but it came back to being her.
Woo!
And then how we ultimately
I know, right? Make you.
got back into communication was she didn't know I was divorced, and I didn't know that she was a free woman now. And she reached out to me at the beginning of last year, and it started out with just conversation. She came over for dinner. I made a 4 or 5 course meal.
Yeah.
A 4 or 5 course
It
meal.
was very impressive.
And then we had our very first kiss then, and then we just knew that was it.
You pretty much made the first move. Once you made that move,
Uh-huh.
was it official? Like you knew, like eventually you guys would hit it off.
When he made the first move, it made a lasting impression. I will say that. I didn't know. I honestly didn't know. And I didn't know because, as he said at the time, I was otherwise involved. And so I'm a very loyal person. So I was like, let me remain loyal to what I'm already involved in. But, I learned that he was funny and he was silly. And so it made it very easy to just kind of like be in communication. And even when we got back into communication later on, I didn't know. Like, he knew, but I didn't know. I was just like, okay, well, let me reach out to my friend. Let me reach out to my friend and see what my friend is doing. And then it just like gradually changed from there. And I saw a different side of him that I had never seen before, like outside of the dollar. But yeah.
Oh yeah, and that's because when I say a woman is a friend, that's what she is.
Yeah.
I don't use that title to take advantage of women. It was just if you were a friend, I kept you at a friend's list, and there's certain things you didn't need to know about me.
That's right. That's right. What was the transition like going from friends to dating?
Smooth.
Nice.
Smooth.
Yeah, it was.
Smooth. And to go back to what you asked her, when did she know? It wasn't her job to know. It was my job.
I was gonna say that.
It's not her job to know. It's her job to be prepared, just like it is my job to be prepared.
Yeah.
But the transition was smooth, and the beautiful part about us not even knowing one another's situation is she did her own individual work through God. I did my own individual work, and we didn't do it to impress one another because we didn't know
Yeah.
To
each other.
impress one another.
And we're
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
abstinent.
It's too funny.
And we're abstinent.
We are.
So that's how we know it's for real, because of our own individual work that we didn't even know one another was doing, and we don't have the influence of sex weighing in on our options.
Yep.
So, yes.
Yes.
And the frustrations.
As people.
And the ups and downs. All of it. All of it.
All right. Tell me what strengths do each of you feel like the other person brings out of you? Whoa, the head. Whoa.
Well, I've been doing a lot of speaking, and I don't want to seem like I'm taking the spotlight.
Oh no,
I
you're
definitely
okay.
want to give her an opportunity to speak her mind as well.
Thank you. I think what he is teaching me daily is to slow down. Because I'll be so quick to like get anxious and go and strive and I got to do this for that person, I got to do that for that person, and that can very quickly get me into like a people pleasing mode, and I struggle with boundaries when that happens, and that's like something that I talk about constantly with my clients. And so to apply that to myself is like, slow down.
That's right.
Your yes can be yes and your no can be no.
Period. Every time.
Every single time. So he teaches me a lot about that.
What do you feel like she brings out of you that makes you stronger?
I'm naturally an emotional person, but I can actually be my full emotional self. And being emotional doesn't mean being irate. Doesn't mean being loud, doesn't mean being chaotic. So I can actually be my full emotional self, and there's no consequence, it's going to be used against me later. So just give me the balance of emotions.
Yes. So, you guys are now fiancés.
Yes.
Please tell me how the proposal went.
Okay. Can I say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So the proposal, I suspect that the proposal was planned differently beforehand. But I told him one night when we were talking on the phone that I didn't want 1,000 people there. I didn't want a bunch of bells and whistles. I just wanted it to be intimate and just the two of us and just like conversation. And so the way it happened was we went to one of my favorite places in Fort Worth, the Fort Worth Botanical Garden, and we just took a walk. We were very casual, and he just walked up behind me and told me that he loved me and asked me to marry him. And I was like, yeah! That's pretty much it. What's funny too is that like we didn't even know that there were people that were watching. We had no idea. We had no idea there were people that were watching. So then like after it happened, then people were like, congratulations. It was cute. So
I love that. That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Sweet, simple, straight to it.
Yes.
And honoring what their wishes are.
Mm-hmm.
That is so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So once you told your friends and family, how did everybody react?
Exciting.
A lot of my people like, it's about time.
I love it.
It's about time that I found someone that I'm supposed to be with.
Yes.
That helps balance me out, that gets on me, that loves me, and we have that great friendship for over almost a decade now.
Yeah.
So that helps.
Friends before lovers.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That is
Yes.
very important.
Oh, and my mom loves to tell her, hurry up and say I do so he can be your problem.
Let me ask this. What's one thing that each of you admire from each other?
I'll start.
Okay.
One of my favorite things about him is his strength. He's not just like physically strong, but he is such a resilient human being.
Yes.
Strong-minded, and just like powerful presence, and strong in his convictions. I really, really, really love that. That's one of my favorite things.
For her, it would be affection. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually.
Yes. The whole package. Come on. Come on.
So yeah, definitely affection.
That comes from some prayers.
Yes.
Prayers,
Yes.
a lot of
prayer.
self-work,
Oof.
and a lot of, I call it spiritual uppercuts from the Holy Spirit to lay you out, to get to knock the nonsense out so you can receive
Yeah.
some common sense.
That's real. That's
Yeah.
real. That's real, man.
So what are some of the more exciting things right now as you guys prepare for the actual wedding day?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I think I know this.
Go, sir. Go ahead.
No more abstinence.
Yes.
Jesus.
Bless the Lord. Bless him. We're almost there.
And we know that we both get to be with our best friend.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
If if she likes to go shopping, I'm there.
Already.
I'm there, and if it's anything I want to do, if she doesn't like it, I don't know because she does it anyway. And we both not going to ask one another to do something we know that is against our moral code or our beliefs. So that's like if one of us asks the other to do something, we just, even if we huff and puff, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I want you to close us out by telling our visitors, our guests, our audience rather, let's give the people some advice when it comes to going for what you want.
You have to be what you want. You literally have to become the person that you want to find.
Don't see what I'm saying?
It's really that simple. If you want somebody hardworking, you have to be hardworking. If you want somebody loyal, you have to be loyal. If you want somebody patient, you have to be patient. That person doesn't have to be perfect in those things. But in order to get what you want, you have to become it.
That is so straight up. That's probably the best thing I've ever heard in terms of advice.
AKA, you are what you eat. That's not just physical food.
That's good.
Love it.
That's good, baby.
Thank y'all. I mean, this was short and sweet, but I appreciate y'all so much. I love the energy on the couch. It's beautiful. I love it. And I love how y'all really love each other. Like, that's a real, and you can see it. Like, it's obvious. So,
Yeah.
it will inspire a lot of couples.
Yay.
Even when we get on each other's nerves,
Yeah.
It's okay. That's normal.
we can be heated about something. I'm still
Yeah.
going to ask her, are you hungry?
Yes.
She's going to be like, no. Are you hungry? Yes. Okay, give me 20 minutes. I'm still going to go in there. And this is where the power of food comes in, is the food takes on the attitude of the person making it.
Come on.
Yes.
So even if I'm upset at her, I'm still going to go with a lot of love
Love.
and a lot of passion into it.
Yes.
Because even if I don't have the words, the food's going to speak for me.
Make her forget what she was mad
Exactly.
And not only that, to speak to that point a little bit further, like when he makes food, he's all about service and humility. And so it's very like disarming for me. If I'm angry,
It's hard to be mad.
it's hard to be mad because he's already approaching me from a humble space,
Yeah.
a very like serving space.
Oh
So
my God.
it helps. Yeah.
That is beautiful. Well, you guys are beautiful together.
Thank
I
you.
enjoy watching y'all together. Like, we put the bunny up behind you.
No, you did.
You going to believe her?
Yes, because I felt your hand move.
I absolutely did not do that.
I absolutely not.
I do it again.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Love you. Bye.